Every summer, heartbreaking and preventable deaths happen when children are left alone in hot cars. And each time we ask, how could that happen? We hear from a father who made the fatal mistake and asks himself that question every single day. Why he says, rich, poor, black or white, it could happen to anyone.
Something else that happens, and it's happening more, families getting the news that their child has autism spectrum disorder. 1 in 68 children will be given that diagnosis. But experts say many children are diagnosed too late. Why they say the earlier the better, and at what age the diagnosis should be made.
One of the telltale characteristics of autism is the inability to make social connections. Today, the story of a professional photographer who used his camera to make that precious connection with his son.
We're trying to connect local police with fugitives here on Delmarva. It's an effort to fight crime in our local communities. We've got another round of your Most Wanted Monday, and find out how your tips can translate into cold hard cash.
This man was a revolutionary when it came to connecting the world with the realities of apartheid in South Africa. Nelson Mandela was many things to many people, but to one woman, he was a trusted confidant. The author of the memoir, Good Morning, Mr. Mandela, joins us to talk about her amazing journey with such an important figure in history.
We're also focusing on your home today. Maybe you want to build an addition, remodel a bathroom, install a deck. Before you even pick up your hammer, there's one thing you've got to figure out. Do you need a permit? It could save you a lot of time, could save you some money. Our friends from Angie's List are going to tell us how and help us determine which projects need a permit.
And while we're at home, many of us use a water hose for so many things, from washing the car to watering the garden. The ads claim the X-Hose Pro is everything your typical garden hose isn't. Lightweight, compact, and expandable with a powerful spray and a kink-free design. Well, we put it to the test.
And Delmarva Life, Sean Stryker puts us to the test today.
Well, I told you guys I'm on your side this time, so this is a test I want you to pass. Coming up, I got your 3 clues in today's Search for Stryker. Delmarva Life starts right now.
Good afternoon, I'm Lisa Bryant.
I'm Jimmy Hopper. Welcome to Delmarva Life from historic Studio D.
Did you have a good weekend?
It was a gorgeous weekend, beautiful weekend, wonderful weekend. We had our goddaughter and her 2 cousins with us for the weekend.
You tired?
I'm looking forward to some sleep tonight.
How old are they?
Let's see.
They're little.
They're small. 5 to 9, 5, 7, and 9. Took me a second,
my
sorry. But it was,
goodness.
no, we had a great time.
It was a good
absolutely
time. Yeah,
wonderful.
I had a
You?
good weekend too. Yeah, didn't do a whole lot. I mean, I didn't go out of the house much. We did a lot of home improvement projects. But you know, one thing I noticed is those gas prices are continuing to drop. You were saying what, $3.45?
$3.40 something. I thought it was a mistake on the sign. So go out and fill up. It's a good time to do that.
Yeah, and even though it's the end of July, it seems like it's not as hot.
It's not bad at all.
It's not that bad.
No,
it's all
not.
relative now,
Yes,
right?
it is.
Yeah. Well, the weather looks gorgeous this week. Something we welcome here at the end of July. But just a reminder, it doesn't have to be very hot to turn a parked car into an oven.
Right away. We've talked about it before. It's a scenario that seems unimaginable to a lot of us, especially parents. How can people actually leave their child in a hot car without realizing it?
The sad truth is, it happens. In fact, it seems like we hear stories like this all the time. One of the most recent, a 10-month-old girl died in Kansas. Now there's a campaign underway to save children's lives. The temperature inside a car can go up 10 degrees for every 10 minutes that the air conditioning isn't on.
People ask me, how could that happen?
And it's that question almost everyone has when they hear about someone accidentally leaving their child outside in a car for hours. Reginald McKinnon is a parent who knows all about it.
If I knew that, I wouldn't be standing here today.
4 years ago, he was going to work with his 17-month-old daughter in the back seat. He was planning to drop her off at daycare a block away.
When I returned, I turned to my work in my mind, thinking my daughter was dropped off at daycare. Completed my day, and when I came back out to my vehicles, when I found Peyton in the backseat of the car.
His daughter died of heat stroke, a tragic loss for his family.
It's been over 4 years, and we still deal with it on a daily basis.
He recently joined a group at a Children's Safety Council to promote awareness of the program. In the last 6 weeks, at least 10 children have died in hot cars nationwide.
A routine to always check in the back seat regardless. It's like anything else. Just pattern yourself to get in that routine so that you do it all the time.
Reginald says an awful mistake can happen to anyone and the results can be fatal.
Don't be fooled into thinking it can't, because there's no demographic to it. You know, rich, poor, white or black. It's all over the board for these tragedies.
And it's prompted a lot of people to come up with ways to remember that your child is in the back seat. I think, you know, take one shoe off and leave it in the back seat. Another one is leave your cell phone or your purse in the back as a reminder.
I think there was a kid in Texas that came up with this idea of a flashing band that you attach to your car door and to the carrier, so that when you open it, there it is. Oh yeah, I've got a child in the back.
Yeah.
So.
Whatever works. And if you would like to read more about this danger, go to WBOC.com and click on our picture at the top of the page. Well, it looks like it'll be a later than usual start for this year's annual pony swim in Chincoteague. Remember, Sean Stryker was talking about it last week. Yeah, the Chincoteague Fire Company spokeswoman Denise Bowden says this year's swim will take place between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. That's on Wednesday. The exact time hasn't been determined yet. The swim takes place during slack tide, which is when there is no current for obvious reasons. Now, the foals will then be auctioned off on Thursday, and the remaining ponies will swim back to Assateague on Friday.
I've got to go to that.
Yeah, and 11 o'clock in the morning, that's not a bad time.
That's not bad at all. That's not bad.
Sometimes it's real early in the morning.
It was either that or 11 o'clock the night before they decided, let's don't do that. The inaugural, talking about water, the inaugural recycled cardboard boat regatta sets sail in a few weeks in Blades. It's part of the DenRec Reclaim Our Rivers series. Take a look at some of these pictures here. These are actually from an event kind of similar. This was in Washington State. The recycled cardboard boat regatta is open to anybody who can build a boat from recycled cardboard, paddle it approximately 200 yards to the regatta finish line. Your boat can be any size, shape, or design, but it's got to be made of recycled cardboard. So go buy a refrigerator, use the box. Special awards going to be given out for the best constructed boat, the best decorated boat, the best team effort, and the most whimsical boat. And spectators will get to vote on the People's Choice Award winner, while a special Titanic award is going to be given for the best and most dramatic sinking.
Oh my. All right, well, the inaugural recycled cardboard boat regatta is Saturday, August 9th at 3 p.m. at the Nanticoke River Public Marine Park. That's on North Market Street in Blades. Early registration fee is $20 per boat. It's 30 days on regatta day, and you can register online by going to WBOC.com.
Just picture all these things going underwater. There is lots going on, right? We talk about this all the time. Summer is a wonderful time in Caroline County. The 26th annual Summerfest in Denton is quickly approaching.
Yeah, that's a fun time. Caroline Summerfest is a free family entertainment festival featuring 3 stages of regional and local entertainment, a Friday pedestrian parade, Saturday fireworks show, strolling performers, artisans, free kids art, activities, gaming, food, vendors featuring local nonprofits. And this year's theme is cruising back to the 50s. Caroline County Summerfest is Friday, August 15th and Saturday, August 16th. Hours are from 5 to 10 p.m. on Friday, noon to 9 p.m. on Saturday. Free parking and shuttle bus transportation will be available from the Health and Public Services Building off 6th Street on both those days. So
we've already cruised back to the 50s once. We could do it again,
Do it again.
Sure, why not?
I love the cars.
Perhaps you remember a few months ago when a Kemp's Ridley sea turtle was found in New Jersey and named Iceman, because usually they don't go that far north because the water's too cold. After being microchipped and tagged like this, see that little tag there? It was released Saturday at Assateague State Park. Turtle swam quickly into the ocean after being carried to the shore by volunteers from the National Aquarium in Baltimore.
Hey, did you hear motorcycles? A lot of motorcycles in the Ridgely area yesterday. Well, there was a very, very good reason for that. More than 600 motorcycle and classic car owners from across Maryland and Delaware came together to raise, get this, about $75,000 in the 13th annual Chrome City Ride. The event benefits the Benedictine School in Ridgely, an educational, residential, and day service for children and adults with developmental disabilities. $75,000. That's a lot of money.
And a lot of bikes, too.
Yeah.
If you have ever waited tables, you know how important tips are. Imagine getting a $10,000 tip.
Oh, yeah.
That would work. That's what happened to a waiter in New Orleans. The server posted a picture of the receipts on Instagram. Somebody racked up a $9,000 tab and then left an even bigger
Look at that.
tip.
Look, boom.
How about that? The photo was posted under the name Tips for Jesus, which has created a nationwide buzz with dozens of other hefty tips left around the country.
Everybody wants to be next.
Yeah,
absolutely.
awesome.
Okay, so what's cuter than giraffes, meerkats, or lemurs? baby
Baby
giraffes,
giraffe.
meerkats,
Meerkats
and
and
lemurs. They all were debuted at the Cleveland Zoo on Friday. Take a look at this. A baby lemur, though very rare, was just one of the 4 born in North American zoos this year. A Maasai giraffe calf named Adia, along with 2 meerkats, were born in June. Look at that. Oh.
Okay, we go to the beach a lot. You've probably gotten Thrasher's fries and walked down the boardwalk. Not only do you think they're good, so do the seagulls.
Oh, yeah.
At times they seem so aggressive, you think if this seagull would probably take the fish right out of a shark's mouth. Watch this.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Because you know what? Maybe it would.
Oh,
Bye-bye.
He wanted that.
Took that right from the shark.
He wanted that bad.
There is
oh
no
my
way.
goodness, no. Well, still ahead on Delmarva Life, autism affects 1 in every 68 children.
Waiting is the worst thing you can do.
A little later on Delmarva Life, new ways to catch autism so children can get the help they need.
Local law enforcement needs your help to keep our neighborhoods safe. Delmarva, you have proven to be effective at this task. It's time to step up again with Most Wanted Monday.
And maybe you're getting ready to step up and take on some home improvement projects. Well, before you do, we have some vital information. Find out about a very important first step.
The first step when watering the garden or washing the car, getting out the hose. The X-Hose Pro promises to make that job a whole lot easier, so we put it to the test.
And later, this woman stood the test of time when it came to standing by Nelson Mandela's side. We'll speak with the woman he considered his honorary granddaughter as she gives us a glimpse behind closed doors. Delmarva Life, we'll be right back.
Delmarva Life is brought to you by Sussex County Federal Credit Union, guiding you to your financial future. Peninsula Regional Medical Center, honored to serve the entire Delmarva Peninsula since 1897. Your local York and LG dealers, and State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.